just left out of here. And you understand that these drugs and stuff that they're saying, it's kind of like, I'm trying to get these brothers on the right path. What's good, big bro? What you got going on, man?
Oh man, just got done editing some content. I received my property, so I got my typewriter that I wrote my first 5 books on. I got a bunch of manuscripts. I was really starting to stress about the manuscripts. I mean, I got it in my head and I came home with some of it, but the majority was like, you know what I'm saying?
What I meant to talk to you about is this book that you turned me on, that you wrote up in here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about what you got going on is the results of what you spoke up in chapter 1. You know what I'm saying? You were saying a man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. You're on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, like I told you, when you're on the righteous path, everything that's in the right way is going to come your way.
Come on.
So right now, you got out the penitentiary, did what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing when I started going through the book. I'm going to start teaching it to guys up here where I'm at, because I'm like, okay, this brother's getting out. He's doing, you know what I'm saying, an amazing example for people that come from the penitentiary, people that think that, we don't have no focus once we go through this lifestyle. You got out and show people that, you know what I'm saying, people can do it. You know what I'm saying? And what you got behind with this book is what I'm showing people right now. So the examples that you put down right now are perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, you could do this, just check this out. So, I was looking at some of the things you were saying, like the seat. You setting it and you know what I'm saying, executing the system. You in the seat right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically you on your focus. You know what I'm saying? You know what that means.
Come on.
One course.
Yep.
You're successful, huh?
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you've been reading it.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I finished, and you know what I'm saying? Now, you told me to read it first and then go back and see what's going on. And then another thing I've been trying to enforce on these brothers, because, I'm in the program here. Something to get to come out myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get everything right and read these boys with some meat on their head. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically like the program is the thing what you spoke on it again. Positive reinforcement, you know what I'm saying, for ethical behavior, and negative consequences for unethical behavior for the solidifies the morals. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying that when people watch people doing something, so coming in with these programs, so you got some solid foundation in this book. But basically going back to what I'm saying is people coming into these programs, you know what I'm saying, seeing people work the programs and doing what they're supposed to do, they're going to follow by nature and start doing things themselves. So you kind of stop, the recidivism up in here. You know what I'm saying? With some of these things that we teaching, what's going on that you spoke in this book. So I'm going to get up and, give these boys some of this meat, you know what I'm saying, and just, and make hopefully TDC can get these books and start passing around these units right here so they can kind of get the program, what you got going. So, man, I congratulate you on your success, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this is what the business is. Like we said from the beginning, though, you know what I'm saying? What you hang around is what you're going to do. So who you hang around with, your people is, your flock is what you're going to make yourself. And like I said, I'm glad and I'm honored to be amongst your flock, you know what I'm saying, to see what's going on, because I know it's going to rub out. You're doing what's right. That's why everything right is coming your way right now. You ain't got to worry about coming back to this place, because you got to focus your mind and you set your mind to it. You see what I'm saying? You got to have your own destiny. You made your own destiny, man. You made it. You know what I'm saying? You got to master your own destiny. Whatever you're going to do, you got to be the master of your own destiny. That's what you need. You know what I'm saying? So you executed it to the fullest. Now you ain't moving. Did you ever think from when you first got in there and you was talking about what you said when you first got locked up and went down on this case before you wrote this book and did you ever think that you would be to where you at right now?
No, never, bro. I couldn't even have imagined it, man. I had to first find myself, man. You know what I mean? I had to first find that little broken boy on the inside and then deal with him. You know what I'm saying? And once I dealt with him, then it's like, all right, now we can move forward. Now we can see into the future. Now we can chase that full potential. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. Let me ask you this. Okay, so now when you was down there, because this is something that I had to struggle with at first, and this is something that I make a point of, that when we come down here, like I explained to my wife, a lot of times guys come in these situations, especially when you locked up, and you have to, the word that there would be more for self-speak, you have to thaw yourself out to the free world. Because, you're in a situation where you can't go to the free world. So you kind of become institutionalized because you don't know how to deal with your situation. So people go to other things that they do. Some people flock to things that they don't have no business going to. Some people fight. Some people trip with the laws, this and that. Some people lose themselves. Some people go crazy. What did you do? How did you find yourself in that realm right there to make yourself stay on track? You know what I'm saying? To do what you did and stay focused. I know some people wondering about that. Like, how did he do that? Because 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. I'm doing 17 myself to the way come out. And how did you become successful with that? Because I know people in here that wonder, how did he do that to get out and then get to the level where you at? Surpass some people that's been in the world and they never came down here. You understand what I'm saying? How did you do that? What was in your mind that made you find it in yourself to say, you know what, this is what I'm on, man?
You already said it. You already said it, and I'll reiterate. And it's in the book, man. Focus, bro. That is the hyper key. That's the key that unlocks everything, man. Follow one course until successful, because we get so scatterbrained, right? We have good intentions, and we go one route, and then something pulls us, and it may be another good thing, another good opportunity, another good idea, another good concept, and then we go that route. We haven't went full force, and we haven't followed the full course and traveled that full journey. We maybe got 15%, 20%, and then took another road. We took a detour, and then we going in this direction. All right, that's cool. But then we get 15, 20% there, and then we take another road. So then before you know it, all these left turns or all these right turns, it's going to take you into a circle. All you're doing is chasing your tail, right? So that's why it's follow one course until successful. You just go straight, man. You just go straight. You follow true north. You go straight the entire way. You don't look left. You don't look right. Nothing's taking me off my path. And then here's the vitally important thing too, right? So because you're a brand, you're about to get out and become a brand. I already see it just from the conversations that we've had, from the mindset that you on, from you wanting to educate yourself and put yourself out there and reach out, actually reach out to people, humble yourself and reach out to people, right? And people think that humble is synonymous with meekness or weakness, but it's not. Humble means to be honest. That's in its truest definition. It means to be honest. So you're honest enough with yourself. Like me, I was honest enough with myself to see what I needed to do, who I needed to ask for advice, which way do I need to go, not take corrective criticism in a wrong way, right? I take corrective criticism. Like I tell people, look, don't treat me with kitty gloves. I'm not a child. Don't treat me with kitty gloves. Put on them, you know what I mean? Take the gloves off and deal with me. I can take it. I can handle it, right? So you're a brand. Getting back to this, you're going to get out and become a brand, right? Whatever that brand is. However, this is what you need to figure out before you get out. Every brand, behind every great brand is a message, right? What is the message? And I'm not talking about some ambiguous, some broad message. You need to be very specific in your message. For me, my message is to express to people the importance of understanding the value of true freedom, right? So in everything that I do, based under the concept of Modirf, everything falls under Modirf. Many oppressed don't ever experience real freedom. It's the word freedom backwards, right? So everything that I do, it has to fall under that message. If it's outside of the boundaries of that message, I'll leave it alone. I won't mess with it. I can't do it. Right? So it's not that you can't. When I say follow one course until successful, it doesn't mean that you're only doing one thing. It means that on that course, everything that you're doing needs to be going the same direction and at the same speed of that course that you're on, in the vehicle you're in. Public speaking, life coach, published author. You see what I'm saying? Even martial arts, bro. You know what I mean? Acting. I'm going to be very specific on what roles I take in acting. I'm not taking any role, bro. Whatever doesn't fit my brand, bro, and whatever doesn't fit who I am, because my brand is me. My message is at the very core of who I am. So this is what I would tell people on the inside, bro. And this is the message that I feel you should relate to people while you're still on the inside. It's, listen, follow one course until successful. Whatever you're doing, make sure it's in the same lane. It's going the same direction as you. Whatever it is you're doing, make sure it's in that same lane. If something's taking you off course, then let it go. If someone's taking you off course, then you have to let them go. I don't care who it is. You got to let them go, right? And that's what kept me focused. It's all about focus. That is the one thing. If I can only give one piece of advice, it is focus. Follow one course until successful. That's it, bro.
That's the message I'm giving them. You know what I'm saying? That's the message that's been received, and that's what's going on. That's why I say I'm taking notes, because you know what I'm saying. You at the house first, so you know I'm taking the notes, and that's baby. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what me and Baby are implying, and you know the brand I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna do also is G17. You know what I'm saying? What I tell you is God's course. You know what I'm saying? GQ. So we have a positive message, and I don't want to mess with nobody, but nobody is positive. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you successful. That's how I'm branching myself. That's the way I'm finna save myself about this situation. Dealing with people that's on a positive note. You got to find people that's on the same page that you on, like you saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm focusing. You know what I'm saying? It took some time for me to kind of get out of the ring, because I was down here kind of cutting up. 17 years out here, you know what I'm saying? So everything started lining up when it was time. So your book came, my introduction to you, you know what I'm saying, how we had going on, everything came right on time. You know what I'm saying? When I was getting myself right, because I had to associate myself with a lot of things that was attached to me that wasn't successful, that I thought was successful, because I was down here thinking that was the way to go, and not understanding that I wasn't ready for society yet. But when I started getting my mind ready and start reading things that were meant for society, so you already on the page where you was getting ready for society with the things you was reading on and the way you was going before you got here. So that's why I read your book and got it, and seen what was going on, seen what your mind was at. Your mind has to be a certain way. Your mindset has to be ready for what's going on. So these are the type of things that I chew on. When I first came down, I wasn't chewing on stuff like that. Read urban books, hanging out in the day room, or, you know what I'm saying, hanging out outside. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't focused on something that was going to be positive to get me ready to give some good fruit to the world out there. What was I going to go out there and play to these people that was going to be something that people could take on? And I'm listening to you. I'm taking some of your energy. I'm absorbing some of your energy. I'm absorbing your mindset. And I love how you move. And you know what I'm saying? This is the type of people, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm doing when I come out. So I'm telling these people, when I get on your book, when I get in front of the class, I'm telling them, focus, man. Follow one direction. So that's what I'm getting them on. That's what I'm teaching them. So I'm on your book. They're going to be hearing about your book. So people going to be knowing about your book, brother. I promise you that. Like I told you when I got it, what I was going to do. So I'm always stick to my word and my gun. That's what I tell you. When I come home, it ain't going to be long. I'm thinking November. That's when I'm going to be home. We're going to most definitely make up. So I need some more knowledge out here. I need some more of the energy, big bro. You know what I'm saying? I know where you're going. You're going to the stars and past them. I see it. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I love that too, man.
Come on, you got that same energy though, bro.
And I love checking in with you, man. You know, I'm live from where I'm at right now. So, you know, man, hey, y'all need to get into it with this brother, man. Y'all need to pay attention to this brother, man. He's going to be somewhere, man. Y'all please pay attention to this man, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have to check into this man, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the energy right now. He give y'all a chance to check into greatness before it happens, man. So y'all do y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all homework and tap into this brother, man. I'm telling y'all what's going on, man. It's going on. We got some other things in store for y'all, but it's just the beginning right here, man. This man on the way, man. We love y'all. We thank y'all, man. I'm out, man. You know what I'm saying?